State licensing. Just hearing those words can feel like a total nightmare for a new owner. It feels like a maze of red tape, confusing forms, and endless government websites. But today, we stop wandering around that maze and we start building a path through it.
All right, let's talk about something that can feel like a total nightmare for any new business or career: state licensing. Today, we're going to demystify that whole process. We're going to turn that bureaucratic maze into a clear, actionable blueprint you can actually use. I mean, does the thought of just navigating all those government websites, the endless forms, the kind of vague requirements, does it make your head spin? Yeah, if it does, trust me, you are not alone. It can feel incredibly complicated and, honestly, just overwhelming. But hey, don't worry, we've got a roadmap. First, we're going to talk about what we're calling the licensing maze. Then we'll introduce your official blueprint out of it. After that, we'll break down the absolute core steps, help you avoid some really common pitfalls, and then wrap it all up with a final checkpoint. This is your guide to getting it done. Okay, let's dive right in. Section 1, the licensing maze. You know this feeling. It's that sense that you're just lost, maybe even drowning, in a sea of paperwork and red tape. And this quote it says it all, doesn't it? The hardest part is just knowing where to start. It's that feeling of being frozen, that total uncertainty of what to do first. It's a huge barrier for so many people. But you know what? It's a barrier we're about to completely break down. So, how do we get out of the maze? Well, we stop wandering and we start building. Welcome to part 2, your official blueprint. This is where we go from total confusion to crystal clarity. And the whole idea here is actually really simple, but it's so powerful. Instead of just wandering aimlessly through this process, hoping you stumble upon the right form or deadline, you need a structured plan. You need a blueprint. So what do I mean by a blueprint? Think of it like this. It's a clear, step-by-step guide that is designed to take you through the entire state licensing process, from A to Z. Its whole purpose is to make absolutely sure that not a single detail, not one deadline, or one document gets missed. All right, let's get practical. It is time to start laying the foundation of this thing. This section is all about the core steps. These are the building blocks of your personal game plan. We can actually break this entire journey down into just 3 manageable phases. First, there's research and requirements. Second is the application and submission. And third, follow through and maintenance. See, when you break it down like that, it already feels way less intimidating, right? Let's kick things off with number 1, research. This is, without a doubt, the most critical phase. This is where you lay all the groundwork for everything that follows. Okay, this is where you either set yourself up for success or for a huge headache. You have to do a deep dive. You need to find the specific licensing board for your profession in your state. Then you find the exact license you need. And here's the most important part. You create a master checklist of every single requirement: fees, education, experience, all of it. And you write down all the deadlines. This checklist is going to be your Bible through this whole thing. Now for step 2, the application. This is where all that awesome research you just did gets put into action. With that master checklist from step 1, this part becomes way more methodical. You're just gathering your documents, transcripts, proof of your work experience, stuff like that. Then you fill out the actual application and do it carefully. I really can't stress this enough. Double check and then maybe triple check every single thing you entered before you hit that submit button. One tiny mistake can cause massive delays. Then submit it all, payment included, exactly how they tell you to. So, you've submitted your application. Woohoo! Time to celebrate? Not quite. Now we're at the final and honestly often forgotten phase: follow through. Step 3 is all about being proactive. If there's an exam or an inspection, get on it and get it scheduled. Keep a super close eye on your email and respond immediately if the board asks for anything. Track your application status online if you can, and then, once you get that amazing approval, do this one thing right away. Put your license renewal date in your calendar with like 3 different reminders. Don't let all this hard work just expire. Okay, so now we have our game plan. Let's talk about what can go wrong, because things can. Welcome to Section 4, Common Pitfalls to Avoid. Just knowing these hazards exist is half the battle. And you can really see it here, right? The little things that separate a smooth process from a total nightmare. The big mistake is assuming you know what's needed. The right way is creating that detailed checklist. Don't wait until the last minute, submit early. And please never ever ignore an email from the licensing board. A quick response shows you're on top of it.
Phew, we have covered a lot of ground. So let's hit our final checkpoint and really lock in the most important takeaways from this whole plan.
When it comes down to it, your success really boils down to 3 things. First, start with research. That checklist is your best friend. Second, remember that details matter. Inaccuracies are your worst enemy, causing the most delays. And third, be proactive. Track your status and plan for that renewal from day one. It's all about being organized and just thinking ahead.
So there you have it. We've laid out the entire blueprint for you, turning what feels like a confusing maze into a clear path forward. The only thing left to do now is to start building. Which really just leaves one question. What's the very first step you're going to take to build your blueprint?
See? It's not a maze anymore. It's just 3 phases: research, application, and maintenance. Your secret weapon is that master checklist. Do not skip the details, or you will face delays. Don't let the paperwork freeze you. Be proactive, track your status, and attack it early.